In this tutorial, we will be covering the last feature in the trip generation feature set. This is regarding editing a generated trip. So this section will cover the steps required to edit a generated trip in the BasePaths application. When editing a trip, fields for name, start date, and end date are all required. And additionally, start date must be before the end date, and the date range must be no longer than 2 weeks. Once a trip is edited, generated values will be reset. That's what we're going to be focusing on in this tutorial. So the stories covered here are US 8, US 8 edit trip. And so that's going to close that one out. And then we have 3 prerequisites here. The system is deployed and running. A user is logged into the system with a valid session, and a trip has been created and generated. Looking at our execution steps here, we're going to start on the home page here. We're going to navigate to the home page while logged into BasePaths, which I already am. We're going to click Trips in the navigation bar up above. It's going to navigate us to our trips page, and then I have this trip that is generated, which we did 2 tutorials ago. We're going to go ahead and double click that to open it. Once here, we're going to select Edit Trip, and it's going to bring up our Edit Trip page. And now we can see that the values are populated here. We have generated, I'm going to click off of this here for a second. We have our generated as yes, we have our max hours per day, and we have our start and end coordinates as well as trip stops. We're going to make note of that here. When we click Edit Trip, we see this warning. Updating a trip's dates will remove trip stops and reset values for generation. So that's talking about these 4 values here, the generated max hours per day, start coordinate and end coordinate, will be reset, as well as clearing of the trip stops if we edit the date here. So we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and select here, and we're going to change this to a day earlier and our end date to a day later. And then when we click update, we see that it updated successfully, and we see that these fields all reset. Our trip stops are gone, our generated is set to no, max hours per day, start coordinate, and end coordinate are all not available. This is meant to happen. This is because the generation is based off of the date range that we have here. So changing the date range is going to clear our generation. That is it for this tutorial, and I believe that is it for all the tutorials. So thank you for coming on this journey, and I hope you guys have a great time using the BasePaths application.